about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California.
Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
For first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hawk 70. Here we go.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Street.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here we go. Start. Bronco 80. 70 Lions.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The Niners at 3-7 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You look at the Saints defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down.
A quick throw completed by Purdy.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Throwing here, Purdy. This will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
Good-looking return set up here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Ready.
They begin with a run by Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
42-yard line.
Ready?
Again, it's Miller.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 10 black. Hut.
On play action, Rattler.
He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You look at this Niner defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
Too many mistakes, especially little.
he's got it at the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here's Rattler.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Juwan Johnson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Isaac Guerrero on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Purdy from the gun. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up? Yellow.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That is incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
Let's just call it, as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
2nd and 10.
Right through. Set, ready, smash, red, blue, 32. 6,
Rattler wants to throw it. Open man here is Benson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kendre Miller with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Out of the gun, Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Loose inside the 30.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First down and goal to go.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Now Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14, 49ers 10.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
On the ready.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Grant. 50, green. Hut.
They'll run it again with Miller. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
3rd and 5. They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Now 2nd and 9. Purdy.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have regained the lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 17-14.
Niners 17, Saints 14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Devon Vele.
63 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
His kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Outside. Yellow. 18. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Back to throw, Purdy. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
My, maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll go play action here with Rattler.
Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted.
He's got a full head of steam on his horse.
And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Devon Vele.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Looking to throw. Street. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
8 yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
He's ready. Black, yellow, 22, you, yellow. Ready.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. He'll try and do this himself.
And got his man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Down.
It's a gain of 32.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Set, cut.
Throwing is Rattler.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go.
In motion, the tight end.
Black 40. Cut.
To the air is Rattler.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Hurry.
3rd and 20. Now Rattler.
And this throw will be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Get up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Street. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Cowboy 80, 19 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Ball's red, yellow, white, red, yellow. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From the 43, it's second and 3. They'll look to throw here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, they shift away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the right side, he's got Vele. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Oh, they're changing this at the line. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. 49ers 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Let's go. 70 timber.
Off play action. Street. And he's
He's taken down here by the Saints.
Chase Young
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Street. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. And he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Ready.
Toss right side to Pacheco.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Rig alert, rig alert. Hey, smash. Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He'll try to do it himself.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Green jack. Come on, set. 6-2, yellow. Set.
Here's Rattler. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Down. 10 feet old blue.
In motion goes the tight end.
Ready, ready.
Play action. Now Rattler.
And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Let's go now.
Will line up for the
45,
two-point
wide.
conversion.
Set, cut.
They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Purdy.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Throwing here, Purdy. That's caught by Harrison, right side.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Rattler wants to throw it.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Trey Palmer, 50 yards. And the Saints have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
49ers 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Get set, get set. What's up? Yellow.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Torres. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Harrison. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Purdy.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Fred Warner.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. That one looks like he'll throw here. And my goodness, another interception. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 36.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now Purdy.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 26.
Purdy.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Harrison. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
Purdy looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO.
Touchdown, 49ers! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for two here.
The 49ers will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two, they don't get it. And they don't get the reception, incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Come on, set.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Black, 95. Steel, black. Red, cycle. Flight 2.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
33, yellow, claws red. Blue striker. Drill green. Red.
They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And now here's another interception.
And the Niners come up with a late turnover.